Hey, folks, welcome to Nurse Mark and the Green Nurse AFA Daily Dose,
where we bring you hope and inspiration for growth and healing so you can start your day off the AFA way. And in case you have forgotten what that means.
How could you forget?
I know. How could you forget? Absolutely fucking amazing. That's because what you are. Yes. Yes, well, you are.
So today's Tuesday, December 15th. We're counting them down. We're getting closer.
Getting closer. That's right.
Oh, so let's start off with the AFA Daily Love. So today I pulled something from around the year with Emmett Fox. And Emmett Fox was just a really cool dude in the 30s, 40s, 50s. He was a philosopher and he had this really cool perspective of what you think is what you get, right? So he was one of those people. And I'm one of those people. And so today, his whole message was about you cannot have both. And so I'll read a little bit of it so that you'll get a sense of what he was talking about. He says, you cannot have your cake and eat it too. You cannot have peace of mind and have your ailment too. You cannot have a sense of divine love and have your jittery nervousness too. You cannot build a new consciousness and a new body and live mentally in the dead past too. So that's just a little excerpt from the reading today.
So I want to explore that just a little bit.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense and kind of doesn't make sense. And here I'm going to explain to you why.
Go ahead.
So if for the part that's reaching to me is, can we be in two states at the same time? Can I be celebrating and mourning at the same time? And my answer to that is yes.
I don't know if you can do it both at the same time, Sherry. You may feel one and then the other, but I don't think at one moment you can feel both.
I'll tell you an example.
Okay.
Of how I experienced this. I was pregnant with twins and I lost one of the twins. So I had to carry a dead baby and an alive baby in my body the entire 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
So at the same time that I was grieving the loss of the dead baby that I had to carry for the whole pregnancy,
right,
I was also celebrating the life of the other one.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. So at that moment in time, I was definitely grieving, but celebrating at the same time. So that's one way for me to look at it. But the other way to look at it too is if I'm looking at the list of chronic illnesses that I have, right?
Yep.
And do I want to live in the story of those chronic illnesses? I don't. I have them, but they're not who I am.
Right.
So I can celebrate. I can mourn the loss of, or celebrate the loss of me not identifying with those illnesses and just to continue to live my best life.
Yeah. Best life ever.
Best life ever.
Yeah.
Do you have an example? Because I think that's a really cool concept because a lot of people, it's a tough one. It's like the yin and the yang. You know what I mean? We have
here's the duality of life.
The duality of life. So that's right. So we're either, yes.
It's that polarity.
The polarity.
Without the good, you don't know what's bad. Without the bad, you don't know what's good.
Without the light, you wouldn't know the dark.
You wouldn't. Got to have that comparative. Welcome to the dual world that we live in.
And then think about the plant. Like, let's talk about cannabis. So when cannabis starts, it starts in the ground in the dark, right? It starts in the ground in the dark, and then it reaches towards the light and grows. Really, really fascinating concept.
Yeah.
So even plants experience duality.
Absolutely. So here we are. Self-care. Self-care. What's your word of the day?
My word of the day is restorative. I started last night. I had to go to bed early. I feel like restorative. So I want to have some restorative time for myself today. Really focusing on that hour of power. I didn't get that hour of power that I talked about yesterday.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't. And that's, and that's honestly my own fault. I chose to do something else instead. And so today is definitely about restorative. I need the balance. because I was definitely on one side, doing instead of resting, giving instead of receiving. So now I need to give to myself to restore.
Right.
So that's my word of the day. And literally too, I'm not going to lie, I didn't take in as many cannabinoids yesterday as I probably should have. So
I noticed the difference.
I noticed the difference. Absolutely. In all areas, mind, body, and spirit.
Yeah.
So how about you, Mark? What is your word of the day?
My word of the day is present. I'm going to be present like I am right now, present with you and everybody else. I'm going to be present today in everything that I do. And there's a lot of things that I need to do, but I'm going to be present for them.
Well, guess what? When you are present, you show up as the present. You show up as the gift.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that beautiful?
Right? So when we allow ourselves to be present for someone else, we show up in their lives as a big gift.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very grateful that you're going to be showing up in my life to help me with my media setup, which will be great.
I know. I'm excited.
So today is Tidbit Tuesday. We give you a hug and a nug.
Hug and a nug.
A hug and a nug of education. And so today we're focusing on Terpene Tuesday, and we're going to bring up one of my favorite terpenes. It's actually the terpene that is the most common terpene found in the cannabis plant. And it's myrcene.
Yeah.
Myrcene represents over 20% of the terpene profile in most modern commercial cannabis strains, which I think is really cool. And it's found in a lot of different places, Mark.
It is. And one of those places is in mangoes. And one of the things that's out there is if you eat mango before you ingest anything else that contains THC, it'll enhance that THC efficacy. It'll make it work a little bit more
better,
potently.
Right. So mangoes, hops. So can you imagine, so people that drink beer and do cannabis, they're going to feel it.
Well, hops and cannabis are from the same sort of plant world, right? They're the same genus.
Yep.
Which is cool.
Myrcene also, which I find is fascinating, is found in simple things that we cook with: bay leaves, lemongrass, thyme, basil.
Love all of those.
And even eucalyptus.
Yeah.
Interesting. And the smell has a very distinct smell. Smells of cloves, earthy, peppery, and spicy. Those are the smells that people have described. Some people have said it smells fruity, but that's not my, I see fruity, but that's not my smell that I smell when I
Right.
But some people have. And what I like too is the medicinal effect of myrcene. It is so, the benefits that it has is so vast when it comes to the endocannabinoid system, working as, a lot of the antis, I say it, antioxidant, anti-cancer, antidepressant, antibacterial, analgesic, which helps to modulate pain, sedating, and acts as a muscle relaxant.
Yeah, and you mentioned it right here. Here, you mentioned it. Myrcene plus THC enhances all of the THC effects. Yeah. Myrcene plus CBD and CBG enhances the anti-inflammatory effects.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. So what are some of the strains that are higher in myrcene?
Okay. So the list that I found, and I'll tell you the ones that I've tried. So the strains that are high in myrcene is OG Kush, which is one of my favorites for the evening. Blue Dream, Remedy. I've tried all those. So OG Kush, Blue Dream, Remedy.
Yep.
I've tried Granddaddy Purple, Tangy, and Harlequin. So 9-pound Hammer, I have not tried. And Grape Ape, I have not tried either.
Well, okay.
But they're very, very interesting names. How about you, Mark? Have you tried any on this list?
The OG Kush and the Blue Dream, definitely have tried those before. Not any of the other ones, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. Strains high in myrcene.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
And we made some butter this weekend, which was amazing. I want to talk about that really quick.
Yeah.
The part that was so interesting is, we did a little live video on making butter on Instagram, and it was interesting. The plant material that we showed were a lot of leaves, some of the trim, some of the shake, but there was a lot of other things in there that people didn't see. And they were commenting that we were using compost to make butter. And so basically it was a little derogatory, a little negative, but I'm turning that around and saying, you didn't see the rest of what we made.
People always have an opinion, Sherry.
Well, this is the other thing too, is that there is nothing wrong with making. So I even teach patients how to use the fan leaves, how to use it in their food and to cook with it. And that butter that we made was a combination that had all different plant material. And we teach to use the entire plant. And so the butter,
I'm a huge fan of using the entire plant. And I'm really a fan of
fan leaves.
I'm really a fan of the raw leaf. Like I love raw juicing.
Yep, me too.
Yeah.
Yep. So when we're teaching, about making butters or oils, like we like to use the whole plant. It's not about getting the strongest butter ever, but it's about making a compound to consume that's going to support and nourish your endocannabinoid system. That's the most important thing when we're cooking with cannabis and we're making edibles is responsible use, not making it to be the strongest or the wildest.
Please, come on. Now, here's the thing. We get you high, but we're giving you hope, inspiration for growth and healing. We're not getting you so buzzed you can't get off the couch. This isn't. So if you're thinking that we're about the stoner community, and God bless the stoner community, amen, do what you want to do. We're not about that group, okay? Unless you want to learn how to use cannabis as a medicine. And it's not about always producing the most potent, highest strain. Like in the future, I can definitely see that cannabinoid, like the THC content of the particular varieties, is going to be limited. It's going to be just like your alcohol can only be 80 or 100 proof. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
You can't have moonshine on the shelf. Although I have had moonshine too. But what I'm saying is that I don't personally believe that the highest content of THC is the most beneficial for people.
I already know it's not. I already know that it's not. In my experience with working with thousands of patients, a lot of times what happens is they come to us and that's the only thing they're focusing on is THC. They're missing the rest of the plant. They're missing the rest of the cannabinoids.
Yeah.
The big thing that they're missing is CBD, because CBD helps to regulate how the rest of the plant uses in your body. CBD determines how the THC interacts with the different areas of your body. So I truly find. Yep, absolutely. So this has been an awesome discussion, Nurse Mark.
Yeah.
Wonderful Tuesday, Tidbit Tuesday. Toasty Tuesday. Everyone stay warm if it's cold out where you live.
Yeah.
And if you are a patient, or if you or someone you love is suffering from chronic pain, chronic illness, or wants to learn how to incorporate cannabis into your daily regimen for health and wellness, or if you want to learn how to have a safe recreational experience, reach out to us at www.thegreennurse.com and book an appointment with us. And for every appointment that's booked, there will be a bottle of Nurse Mark CBD while supplies last.
Yeah.
So thank you, Nurse Mark, for offering that to our community. Very grateful.
Happy to do it. We need it in the world today, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Decrease that stress and anxiety.
Oh, yes, we do.
And if you're a healthcare practitioner, and that's anywhere in the healthcare paradigm, it includes everybody. If you're interested in learning more about how to help people utilize cannabis more as a medicine and as a healthy tool in their lives, join us at the Green Nurse community. Come on over. We've got a fabulous mentoring program that'll help you understand how to actually work with clients to get them to decide what's best for them. That's really what it's about, is helping people decide what's best for them. That is the new paradigm of healthcare. It's empowering the person to make the decision. The days of the doctor saying, you do this, and the person just blindly doing it are over. It's now about educating and empowering. And that's what we help you to do, is to educate and empower people to make the choices for themselves. So come on down, thegreennurse.com.
You nailed it, Mark. And what kind of a day are we having today, Mark?
Oh, an AFA day, one that I'm going to be present in every single moment, Sherry. So,
Absolutely.
hey, have an AFA day. And what is it all about?
Oh, it's about living your best life.
Yeah. All right, folks. Have an AFA day. We'll see you tomorrow.